Hello, everybody. Let's see if y'all can see me. Hi guys, can you hear me okay? Hi everybody. Awesome. Cheryl, it's nice to see you here. I hope you got your internet situation figured out. Oh, it's nice to be here, you guys. And I'm already making a mess. Oh, Sherry, don't be sad. You guys, Shelly, hi Shelly and Cynthia, Bobby and Joanne. Hi Karen and Dana, Bandana, thank you for being here. Hi Mary and everybody. It's so nice to see you all. Hi Melissa. You guys, I appreciate you coming today. This is really nice, and I want to say welcome so much. And yes, it is true. Today is my last Friday live at 5 on Fridays. Hi Rich and Susie. Hi Patricia and Dina and Anne. Welcome. Welcome, Jamie. And so yeah, here's the thing. I love doing these lives and I want to continue to do more lives, but they're gonna have to be in a different way because I have so many responsibilities right now, and my art is just going in a direction that I don't have any time to paint anymore. And the only time I really have to paint is like one day a week. On that one day, I would really like to have time to do some experiments and to do some commissions, and just finding that I don't have much time anymore. So, oh, Gail Burston, Life in Spatters is here. So everybody say hi to Gail. I'm sure you all know her channel, and she's been a huge inspiration to me. Gail, I've been thinking about this painting that I have of yours, that bird, and I think I finally have a balloon roll situation in mind. So maybe that's something, if you want to ever talk about it again, I would love to. I've been thinking about it. But this is part of the thing, see? Part of the thing is I have all of these ideas and I don't have any time to express them. I have a sheet right now with 3 full pages of ideas, painting ideas, and I can't do them. I don't have any time and it's really hard. So that's the main reason why. But it's also, I'm also working a lot right now as a chef, so I just don't have as much free time as I used to, which is great because now I can actually pay my bills. So, you guys, this is last week's, adventure, and I added the gold and finished up all the embellishments. Look how pretty this turned out. Not only the alcohol inks, which I'm really enjoying doing all of these, I just think they're so fun, but I just have a bunch of ideas that I want to do, and I just don't have enough time. So that's the main reason. But what you can look forward to, let's talk about the positive things. Hi Susie, Lori, nice to see you here. Dana, if you want to purchase a print, you should contact me at heathermaderart@gmail.com. I have some prints and some I don't have prints of, but I could actually make them. So Van Dennis has a link to everywhere. My Amazon shop she just posted, my Pinterest, my Facebook. You guys, you got to keep in touch with me now. We don't get to do our weekly things, but I'm telling you, I'm still gonna do lives, but you'll have to know when. And so you'll stay in touch with me. I'll still do YouTube videos. I'm not giving up YouTube or anything. I'm going to do edited YouTube videos. I'm going to do lives. Another exciting thing is I'm going to do some come paint with me. So you guys, I'll give you like an event time and then give you the supply list, and then you can come and paint with me and we can do it together. That's one of the things I've been wanting to do, and I just haven't had time to organize it. So I think there's a lot of things that are going to come out of this that's going to be really positive, and it's just a leap of faith because I hope that you guys don't just give up on me because I'm gone. So that's really it. Thank you, Sharon. Yeah, it's good to be busy. And anyway, so this is last week's creation. That one has already sold. And then I think that's all we did, but I wanted to show you just for fun. I know I showed this one last week, but for fun I added all of the embellishments for this one too, and I just thought it turned out pretty as well. So oh, this one turned out really gorgeous as well. And the silver that I'm using, the silver pen is, hi Darla, nice to see you here. This one is, the silver pen is a Krylon leafing pen. And they have gold, copper, and silver. And it just really is gorgeous, and it just added a whole nother dimension to this painting that I showed you last week. So yeah, and today we're going to actually paint. I thought it would be a good send-off to actually do some balloon rolls. That's how I started my lives. My very first live was balloon roll secrets, and today I think we'll do some balloon rolls. I did mix up an actual color palette too. Let's see if I can show you this color palette for today. The inspiration was some of these beautiful maroons, deep, rich red. We have a dark Payne's gray with black in it, and then a regular Payne's gray, a teal, sort of a teal color, a Baja blue pigment. These are just kind of some extras. The champagne, I wanted to do a little champagne color in there. This is a silver, my favorite silver. And of course the 24 karat gold. I always just mix that up just in case. This is just a white, satin enamel white. And this is that, what is that called? That magic, here, I just found it. This is that pretty Art Alchemy Sparks paint. I know, I don't even know, it's called Fairy Wings. I don't even know if you can buy it anymore, but it's been so long since I've done any pour painting. I haven't done any liquid pour painting. It's liquid. That's how long it's been. It's been so long that I don't even know what to call it anymore. But so we'll see how this turns out today. Hi Tammy, it's so nice to see you here. Hi Sharon. Thanks for coming. So I just thought it would be fun. We'll just pour some paint. And oh, the other thing is, and I don't mind doing this, actually, I don't mind doing this right now because I want you to stay because you want to stay. Not because you're waiting for me to do this, and it helps me get it out of the way. So, I told you last time how to enter a YouTube contest for a free class from me. I'm gonna show you. We're gonna do. I asked you to comment on a video, and these were the contest. Or this was the video that this is the URL to the video I asked you to comment on. This is a random comment picker, so it's gonna go through and look at all the comments and just pick one. I'm gonna show you the video link so you can hopefully actually see what video it is. You have to hold on a second. So anyone could just pause. Oh gosh. Sorry. My internet is very slow today. It's actually acting a little funny and I keep freezing up a little bit. So hopefully you can see that. That's the comment picker. Now we're gonna go get the comments and see how many comments there were on that video. There were 79 comments on that video. And what you're gonna do is when I hit start, it's going to start the raffle and pick a random comment. And at that time, we will know who the winner is, and that person needs to email me, and Cheryl or Vandana will post my email address. That person needs to email me, and I will give you a coupon code for my online tutorial, and you will get it for free. That is $69 you will get for free. There is 8 videos in that tutorial. So those online classes are extremely valuable, and I can't wait to share it with somebody for free. So here we go. Is everybody ready? We're gonna hit start. You had a week to comment. We're gonna see who wins. Who won? Mari Filipas. She said, I just signed up. You've already helped me, or helped with getting past my fear. Alien Gypsy on Instagram, that's her name. Thank you, Heather. Mari Filipas, you hopefully are watching this video and you need to message me, email me, and heathermaderart@gmail.com, and you get a coupon code for a free class. If for some reason Mari doesn't email me, I will run this again and we will do it again. And I'm going to periodically give away my class here and there. So I'm happy to do it. It's one way I can give back to you guys, and I appreciate all of you. Thank you so much for that, for joining me last week. I know my alcohol painting class, my online lives are not quite as popular. I think it's a smaller niche, the people that do alcohol inks, and so the lives are a little less popular. But for those of you who did join me, I really appreciate it, and thank you so much. Okay. I guess we're a little close, but that's fine. Hi, Annette. All right, I'm going to turn my attention to my canvas here. One of the things I've been thinking about is incorporating my alcohol inks along with my paintings, and I've had a few great videos that I did that with, and you can find that in my alcohol ink playlist. But I want to really do it, like really, really, really do it in a way that's that makes sense and that's beautiful, that I can incorporate my balloon rolls. So for a second here, I need to add some water to this paint. This white is just way, way, way too thick. So let's add some water to that. It's been a while, and even a lot of my paints that I mixed up they're over like 2 or 3 months old. They're really old, at least 2 months old or 3 months. So, Carrie, I told you to just get a little earphone, sweetheart. Just get a little earphone and stick it in your ear, and that way you'll be able to hear. I'm so sorry your iPad's going bad. All right, let's see if that's a little bit better of a consistency, because that was really, really thick. Well, I don't know. I may have to actually, I think this bottle, I may have overfilled it. Well, I'm going to try a little bit more water, and if not, I'm going to have to put this in a cup and try it that way. Lee, I really thought you were gonna win because of all your comments, and they all were so thoughtful. I just wanted to say thank you. Hi Paula. Thank you, Francine. I'm gonna keep doing my art. You guys don't worry, and I'm gonna keep sharing it with you, and I'm gonna keep teaching. Hi, Christina. Christina Welch in the house, everybody. Yeah, it's still too thick. Let me add a little bit of this into a cup and just add some water real quick because this is going to take forever. But Lee, your comments were so kind and so thoughtful, and I just thought, wow, she really took the time to like think about what to say, and a lot of you guys do that. You guys blow me away with your comments. I hope you know I read every single one. Every single comment I read. And even if I don't comment, I try to heart it if I see it. If I don't heart it, I probably haven't seen it. But I mean, I spend a lot of time going through my comments each and every day. I want to make sure everyone knows they've been heard. Glenda, don't be sad. Hi, Kamal. So here is, this white is just a little thinner, and this is kind of what I needed for, I'm going to start simple and just do a little swipe. It's been a while, so, you know, it's a nice, safe little thing. We just like to say hello here when you come into the chat, so we acknowledge the people that come in and say hello. We have a very friendly chat. And we all say hi when we come in here. This is a painting class if you're brand new. Hi, Nancy. All right, here we go. Oh, there we go. I just wanted to get a nice little base coat here on the white. One thing I have that potentially in the works is a client that wants me to do a commission of a flip and drag tree that I did last year with the gold rings around the limbs. Do you guys remember that? And they want me to do a diptych with the tree coming in the center. And some, you know, every once in a while I just get these commissions that just, I get so excited to do. You know. lot of room here for balloon rolls. So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna bring this white down a little bit. Yeah, you guys, it's you know, it's my pleasure to serve you in this way. I think I'm gonna get a little philosophical right now, so if you don't want to hear it, but here's really my thought process. I feel like part of my job, part of my calling during the pandemic was to help people feel some joy, because it's been a really difficult year for most of us. And I just am happy that I feel like I was able to do that in a way that also made me happy. And yeah, so thank you, Christina. I love, you know, these commissions, they're just a joy. It's just a joy for me to do, really. And all right, well, I'm gonna start with some lines of color here. And I'm not actually gonna do a base coat on the bottom part here. I don't want to. Just gonna start with some of these. Now, these are pretty thick. These paints are pretty thick, so I don't know. I don't even know if I'm going to be able to swipe them. I also briefly thought about doing a dip. So with these paints being so thick, I could easily do a reverse dip, and that would work out pretty well. Oh, Carrie, thank you so much for the tip. You should take that tip and buy yourself some headphones so you can hear me. Like I told Carrie, she has access to me anytime. You know, you guys, if you join me on Facebook, I try to post a lot there. Instagram, I try to post almost every day if I can. But I'm not going anywhere. I'm still right here. I'm just not going to do scheduled live. The other thing is, I never got to do lives with people in different times. So in this way, I'm going to do some lives like Saturday, like Sunday sometimes. Sometimes I would do a live on a Tuesday night, and they'll be scheduled ahead of time so people will know when to come. And like I said, some of those will be paint with me nights. We could paint together and paint and sip or whatever. And hi, Mama Doulas. I'm just gonna run this paint a little bit together. I don't want too much to be on my canvas here, but you can see probably how thick. I mean, it is barely going anywhere, but that's okay. And then I'm gonna add at the bottom, and maybe through here, a little drizzle of the satin enamel here and there. And then some gold. Actually, did I do the champagne? Yeah, I did the champagne already. I debated on using gold because I use gold every single time. I don't know. Maybe I'll start back over with the dark maroon color here. Get that another little chance to shine in this painting. I really love this blue. I can't, I swear, if I didn't know better, I think that would be the primary elements, pigments mixed with the greenish blue by Amsterdam, but it's been so long that I can't exactly remember what it is. So, let's see, what else? The champagne again, I think. Yes, your donations help this channel. Any artist, we're all working artists, you know, and anything you guys can do to share the videos, that really helps, and support your favorite artist. It's really a great way. And you can also leave a chat. Brutronic? Yo! Thank you. Here we go. I think I'm going to use... Now I'm really torn because I'm thinking of doing a dip instead of the swipe, even though I've already kind of done it this way. But there's just a part of me that wants to do a dip. It would have to be a reverse dip, I guess. Well, Glenda, you know, you don't have to send a tip to be supportive, and I'm glad you brought that up. There's a lot of different ways to support. You know, when you order something off Amazon, you can always use a link, and that doesn't cost you anything, but it does give the artist a little bit. All those pennies add up. Sometimes a little $50 at the end of the month, or $40 or something. It really makes a difference when a lot of people use the Amazon shop. That's one way. Sharing is also another way. And just watching, supporting us, just watching the videos helps so much too. I'm not used to being dirty, you guys. Like, this is hard. I know it's so messy. I forgot how messy the painting is. This kind of painting. Hello, Clara. Clara Lawrence in the house, you guys. Gotta check out her channel if you haven't done so already. Clara is a brilliant resin and alcohol ink artist and more. Alright, I'm trying to decide what to do. This is why I'm stalling. Andrew, it's weird that you mentioned that because that has actually happened to me. I've had a canvas where the paint doesn't stick to it, and it's a very strange sort of situation, but yeah, that does happen occasionally. Alright, I'm gonna do this. This is just too... Okay. Makes me wonder if I dip another canvas. I have another canvas exactly the same size. And Vandana, I did just answer that question for Andrew. Thank you so much. Yes, Sharon, these are acrylic paints. That's okay. These are acrylic paints, and they're all mixed with different mediums, mostly Floetrol for the most part. I have another canvas exactly the same, and it makes me wonder if I did two of them, sandwich them together, and kind of pull them apart. I don't know. Maybe that's too complicated for my first painting back. I don't know. But let's try, we're going to try this first. Why does it happen? Oh, I have no idea. Sometimes I think from the factory there's some sort of coating on it or something. I worry that that's why. But in the long run, once you paint on it and then scrape it off or do whatever, it seems to put a layer on there. And yeah, Christina has an answer. Let's see. I'm going to see if this will even swipe and what it looks like when it does. Well, what I didn't count on and what I realize now is this is like red, white, and blue. Very patriotic. Not to get into any sort of political talk on my channel. But it does look like red, white, and blue. Clara, thank you so much. I really appreciate that. I learned so much from you, Clara. I've been watching your videos, your alcohol ink stuff, and it's helped me so much to understand why certain things happen. I'm still learning too. Alright, let's run this back down here. These are pretty colors. You know, it's like you hope that maybe some of these would pop out more. But the paints are so thick, and this is why I considered doing a dip. And I still could. That's the other thing. You know, you don't have to just stop right here. If you decide you want to do a dip. Let's see. Yeah, some of these are going to pop out, but so this is what happens when you have really thick paint and you do a swipe. Even though I did put a little bit of water on my swiping tool, it really didn't, I mean, there's a big layer here of paint still. So, I'm really wondering. So I can do a couple of things. Just for fun, I could just run my balloon through it and see what comes up if I start messing around. Oh, a dip. A dip means I would dip the whole canvas. Either a reverse dip would be a layer of plastic or something, and I could lift it off. Actually, I could just do it. It doesn't, I could just show you. We have someone wanting to know. I could just show you what it is. I think I have a piece of plastic right here. I'm pretty sure I do. But basically, there's a few different ways to do a dip. You can put something on your canvas and pull it off, and that's called a reverse dip because you're not really dipping it in, but you're dipping something into the paint and pulling it off. And that's a dip. The other thing is, you can dip your whole canvas right down into, thank you Rocket Sauce, you can dip your whole canvas down into a pool of paint, which I could also do here. This could just be a great demonstration. So see, I took a piece of plastic and I'll just gather the edges here. It's gonna make some really pretty and interesting patterns. Oh, I love that. I'm so glad I did that. I led by the viewer. Look at that beautiful, beautiful result right there. I am in love with that right now. I'm so glad. You know, my gut was telling me to do a dip all night, all day. I kept thinking, I just want to do a dip. And I thought, who wants to just do a dip? But sometimes you just gotta go with your gut. If your gut's telling you to do something, just try it. What's the worst thing that can happen, you know? Look at how pretty that is, though. Wow. Wow, that is just so, so pretty. I hope you guys can see the result. And because I like it, I don't want to do it again. I was gonna maybe show the maybe I'll do the other kind of dip. With the next, we'll do 2 canvases, and the other one I'll do the other dip. This is called a reverse dip. So, yeah, Melissa, I just experiment all the time. This is like how this is my life. I know, you know, one thing they always tell you is kind of to stay on brand if you're trying to sell art. But I really can't. I can't really stay on brand because I just like to do what I like to do, and I like to keep trying new things all the time. So now I'm going to add a little bit of black and a little bit of white. This is a glove. This is a glove. These are my balloon rolls. I do it on a glove. There's hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of videos on balloon rolls in my channel. So if you have not seen a balloon roll video, you have not watched my channel yet. Lori, thank you so much. I appreciate it. I'm trying to get this to come out here. There we go. It was very stuck because it had been so long. Thank you, Cheryl. I think that is one of the, if you look at my very first video, I'm just experimenting from there all the way forward. I never stop. It's just one of those things that makes me happy. And I have so many ideas in my head, I can hardly keep them. Alright, we're going to start getting some of this extra paint off so these balloon rolls really show up here. One way to do that is just to make a balloon roll, and that lifts some of the paint off of it. So you can also leave it if it looks pretty, like that one looks pretty. But if you want to add something more, you can add a little contrast and maybe add, like I said, just like a little bit of black here. I like adding the black. It's very addictive because it just adds the depth, a depth and a contrast, and it's a perfect color. It goes with every single thing. So you're never gonna feel like your contrast, you're ruining anything with the black. It matches every time. That's one of the reasons why I really like the black. Hi, Doris. Thank you so much. I'm gonna put a little bit more black right here. And I do wipe my balloon off every single time. And I like to do that because I feel like otherwise the paint just gets bogged down and you start to lose some of it. Some of the details by having too much paint on there. They smash together. Shelly, you know what's funny? I think, you know, people always say, oh, I tried the balloon rolls, it was so hard. And like every other form of, every other technique, it's mostly consistency, really. Now, these paints are really thick, and those are really great for my balloon rolls, so that's one of the reasons why I'm having good success with these, because the paint's really thick. But then there's things that you can't do with thick paint, so I need to get some of this off in order to, oh my gosh, it's so messy, you guys. But I love it. Paula, I do mess up, girl. Paula, you are so awesome. Yes, I do mess up. I mess up all the time. I've made many paintings where I was not proud of. But you know what I think? This is my thought process on messing up. It's just a journey that you're taking, and you're trying to figure out how to fix the things that you think are mess ups and how to use them to your advantage. And that's really mostly what I do. I'm like that as a chef too. You know, good chefs, they can just, man, you put the wrong spice in, you put too much of something in, too little of something else. If you can fix that mistake, you're doing pretty good. That's just my, that's my thought process on it. I'm just trying to figure out how to fix things until I can't fix them anymore, and then they're done. Sorry, my glove is slowly, it's getting smaller and smaller and smaller. And there, pretty soon there's gonna come a time it's not gonna work at all. I don't know why. These gloves are really hard. I have these gloves that have all these ridges on them, and they're really, really hard to air up, and I asked my sweetie to do it, and he did. And he did a good job, but it is almost out of air already. I don't know. I really wish I could turn this and you guys, I could get another better little, I want a different perspective on this. That's so pretty. Now a lot of my balloon rolls right now, the tails are going this direction, so I want to alternate some of those so we get some movement from the other direction too. Let's see. Maybe some little fly away ones right here. We're gonna put some little fly away ones. Oh, look, it's so sad. It's wah, wah, wah. I might have to, I'm gonna have to actually stop here for 1 second and I think I'm gonna have to actually make another one. Hold on. Okay, 102 people here. Thanks for coming, you guys. Thanks for coming to say goodbye to my Friday lives, but not goodbye to me. I'm still going to be here. For those of you who just came in, we did the drawing, and oh, Doris, I love you too. That's so sweet. Thank you so much for the support. I'm not gonna go off YouTube though. I love the opportunity to share and teach for free. And, you know, wow, I really love this painting. I'm pretty happy right now. The one thing I do know is I see this whole side is pretty dry. So I'm gonna actually just press some colors in the sides right here so I don't, you really want to make sure your sides are presentable too. I'm learning, I need to start learning how to make my the backs of my paintings more, I don't know, you know, elegant, I guess, because I don't do that. And I think I was just, in the beginning I was really proud. I was like, oh no, it shows kind of like how much work I put into it and all the messy back, but you know, now I'm just, the more professional I get, the more I think, yeah, maybe I should try to protect the backs and make the backs look really nice. I see other artists do it. Yeah, Wow, this is so pretty. I don't even think there's anything else I need to do to this, you guys. I'm going to try to hold it up. Like I said, I'm not leaving YouTube. I'm just not doing the lives every single Friday. I still will do lives. We're just going to do them different. We're going to do some live paint and sip events. We're going to do lives at different times. They'll be probably pre-scheduled. So make sure there's no dry canvas. You don't want to leave any part of your canvas totally untouched by paint. That does not look good. So look at how pretty this is. And that was just a swipe, a reverse dip, and then all the balloon rolls. So Dana, I'm gonna let this cure for, I mean, it just depends. I mean, it won't be dry for definitely a few days. In Oregon, it's very, very moist in the air. And then I would let it cure a few weeks before I would even think about putting varnish on it or anything. This paint is pretty thick, so I definitely want to be careful. I think we should do a dip now. Let's do the other kind of dip. And so we can show both kinds and how they are done. Actually, we could show 3 kinds. We'll do that. We'll show 3 kinds. This one will be easy to show. Ah. Let's see. Okay. So here's another kind of dip you can do. You can dip 2 canvases to each other. That's like a sandwich dip. We'll do that real quick. And then we'll do, yes, Sharon, triple dips. And then we'll do a dip onto the board at the very end, because that is the messiest one. So here we have 2, I think these are 10 by 10 or, yeah, these are 10 by 10s, little Arteza canvases. I do have affiliate links to Arteza in my description box if you're interested. Now, one of the fun things to do with this dip is to, you know, you really don't know how these are going to turn out, honestly. I'm going to add some of this paint here and a little bit of water to it because it's actually quite thick, to be honest. All right, this is just a white with a little touch of satin enamel in it. This is our Artist Loft white, a little bit of satin enamel and some Floetrol, and then some water. So now what I'm going to do is let's do a dip with adding some of these other colors that we didn't use before. I think would be fun, just so we can see. I love this color right here. I just think it's so pretty. This is that Art Alchemy paint. It dries really luxuriously too, which is one of the reasons why I love it, but it's just so iridescent. And then we'll put some gold in there because green and gold is gorgeous together. Yeah, that green is really pretty, isn't it? Now, I'm thinking about this like this. These two are gonna spoop like that together. So I'm dressing these two together like at the same time. But I'm also giving some thought to, you know, what's gonna happen to them. I hope I have enough paint after this to still do the other painting because I really want to show you guys that as well. But if worst comes to worst, we'll do one with a lot of negative space or something. Paula, I love you. I love you, lady. You're so awesome. Paula's my buddy. Paula, I want you to know I think about your commission every day. And that's part of what doing these lives less will help me get some of these things accomplished that I just can't seem to find time to do. So I'm excited. Go where your art leads you and don't be afraid. You know, I keep saying, you know, one door has to close sometimes in order for another one to open. And that it's real. That's real. And for me, I know I try to do everything. I want to do it all. I want to be, you know, on YouTube, and I want to be putting videos out, and I want online courses, and I'm on Instagram sharing stories and building, you know, I want to edit videos and do product demos, and I still have an actual real job too. So, you know, I really actually have to think about, you know, the reality of the situation and try to focus on where I need my energy to go because it's so limited. Okay. Thank you. Carrie, you always say that. What are you talking about? You always say that. I'm not getting famous. I have no plans of getting famous, first of all. I don't think I'd be a very good famous person. Like, I think I would be too stressed out, and I'm kind of like too spiritual of a person. I say the wrong things. I tend to piss people off. Christina. Thank you so much, Christina. Aw. Dana. That's cute. That's adorable. Tish. Tish is here. Artist Haven. So glad you're here, Tish. I hope you're not eating a burger and gonna brag about it, because I'm actually quite hungry. No bragging about burgers today. I won't be able to take it. Yeah, well, being a chef is amazing too. I feel blessed to have created these two jobs for myself, but you know, in doing things that you love, there's always, you know, let's face it, there's a cost to everything, and one of the costs is that I don't have any other life, really. So my life is really my creations, and that includes my food and my art, and really there isn't anything else. All right, let's do one more color down here. I don't know if this is gonna be amazing or not. I'm holding the hope out for it. We'll see what happens. I'm trying to cover a lot of the canvas, but also give a little bit of breathing room, if that makes sense. I don't know. I'm gonna add some around the edges, and then we're just gonna go for it. I almost think there needs to be a little bit more green up there, but I don't know. Like, this could be totally ugly. We have no idea. But if it is, I'll try to fix it with some balloon rolls. Okay, so we're just gonna sandwich these two together, just like this. And then I'm gonna press And I wish I had one of those side cams or whatever so you could see how it's oozing out the sides over here. Now the thing is, I want to press it so that every surface of the canvas touches the other canvas, but I can already tell there's a space, there's a gap in between these two canvases. I don't know why. So we're going to see if there's mirror images, because I did put the same kind of paint on each one, on each side, obviously. Alright, here we go. Let's see. You can see it's like oozing out over here. Okay, so, you know, very rainbowy. Maybe not my favorite. There's way too much paint on this one, but that makes sense because this one was on the bottom, so this paint was kind of, I would say overall, this is not my favorite. I don't know. I don't know if there's any fixing it or what. I know this one just, like, there's just no way I actually am going to scrape some paint off of it. I might just scrape it. Yeah, I mean, I'm going to have to scrape this one, you guys, because look how strong those pigments are. So actually, you know, here's what it is. So this will be a great little test of showing you how this works. So if you have a painting that you're not in love with, let's just say, like, this one is not my favorite. The other one maybe I could figure out, I guess. But this one for sure is not my favorite. You can scrape it on your board, and then we're going to do a dip into that. I want to see if, am I out of focus to you guys? Just curious. There's a long delay for me, like literally a minute or two in the delay. Okay, I'm out of focus on my own. I can't run my paintings underwater, and you really shouldn't do that to your pipes. All you have to do is scrape it off, take a tissue, get just a thin layer like this. Once you have a thin layer, it just acts kind of like a layer of gesso, you know. Aw, thanks for the cup of coffee, Tish. I saw your beautiful painting with Clara the other day, you and Clara's beautiful painting, and I was like, wow. That's the first time I felt inspired to pour in a long time. I'm really out of focus. Let me see. There we go. That's better. I was doing some weird stuff there. Okay. So this little guy over here, I could probably mess around with it and do something, maybe. You could try to do a few little balloon rolls on here and see if I could salvage it. What I really am excited to do though is, before it gets too late, is do this other painting. And this might be one that I would come back to and see later on and see. Okay. So, alright, that's the second dip, the sandwich dip. Sometimes it works out, sometimes it doesn't. If you want, hi Selena, that's so nice to see you here. Now if you want to be really specific, okay, like something I didn't like on this last one, unfortunately, was the green. So I don't even want any of that really on this canvas that I'm about to do. So you can you could dip your canvas in the leftovers. That's what I was trying to show you. But because I'm feeling inspired to use all the rest of the paints in my palette right now, I'm going to just layer some fresh paints on this board and then dip this canvas into it. So let's see, I kind of make like a mental note as to how big that canvas is. And then I'm going to just start doing so this one will have a lot of white in it, and I think I want to see a lot of white in this one. So Navile Art, welcome. Bye Andrew. This will be the last painting for tonight, you guys, and then like I said, please don't hesitate to follow me in other places where I'm going to do more beautiful artwork for you and share with you. And also follow me on Instagram and YouTube still. I'm still subscribed. I'm still doing videos. I'm still teaching online classes. I'm still going to do, like I said, I'll still do lives. We're going to do some fun paint with me things. And just don't forget about me. I would feel terrible. Mary, the black background is just like the Dollar Tree, what's that called? The poster board from Dollar Tree, and I buy it online, and you can get a huge case of it for like $30. You can get like 100, or $25 you can get 100. It's so cheap. But it doesn't last. You can't do skins on it, so if you're trying to do anything like that, it's not going to work. Now for this painting, I'm trying to avoid the red, white, and blue thing. I just want to see if I just use some blues. Maybe I could add the maroon colors in after the fact. Maybe just put a little bit of this champagne color here and there to kind of give a little accent. And oh, Christina, yeah, the green. I could absolutely do the green. If I'm not doing the red, the green will be really pretty in here, actually. It's a good point. Now, there's already way enough paint on here. Like, I have enough paint, truly, but it's okay. All right, let's just see what's going to happen. Okay, here we go. Oh, Tish. Oh, you guys are my tribe. I can hardly ever make it because I can't make the early ones anymore. I'm always working, but I love coming and seeing what you guys are up to. Okay, here we go. So, is that about right? Yeah. So just a blank canvas, that's all that's going on, and I just have this little, these little push pins in the back, so it, you know, it'll stand up off of the surface and the paint is allowed to drip down. And now I'm going to just literally put this down in here. I really thought about, it's a lot of the same tones in here, and there's just a part of me that thinks of adding a little black, just a little bit here and there, to just bring out some depth of some of these. But you know, black and green, that's a scary one. Sometimes you just get a really ugly color. All right, here we go. So this is the other kind of dip. This is an actual dip where you're dipping down your canvas into the paint, and I can very lightly rub it in certain directions. When you pick it up, you can use a very gentle, you can pick it up in one direction, you're gonna get a certain pattern by doing that. Or you could pick it up by trying to get the center unstuck for last. Whatever you do, it's gonna cause a certain pattern. And this is one way, you should just play around with this sometime with your extra paints, because it's a great way to just get to know what those patterns are. For me, I really like to kind of do like a spoke of a wheel and start in the center and kind of go out like this in a spoke fashion, and then try to pick the center up last. That's the way I really like my dips to look, so I'm going to try to do that with this big canvas. Yeah, and the thing is, Linda, orange might be really pretty on this. I could also add it. I don't have any right now, but, or maybe I do. I have nickel azo gold over here that's already mixed up. But the main thing is, it is nice when you see a little bit of paint coming out the sides, because that means just a little bit. That means that you're not going to end up with some big, weird, dry spots, generally speaking. Okay, here we go. Let's lift this puppy up. I just kind of rock the canvas a little bit. Now here's where the Dollar Tree things should really, these black mats, I really should have taped it down, because it's sticking to the paint and it's lifting up too. But again, that'll add its own little interest to everything, and I didn't plan ahead. With alcohol inks that I've been working on, I haven't really had to do that. So yeah, so this side is totally stuck here, but it eventually is going to come off. Ooh. There we go. Now some of the cells will develop, and they'll continue to develop as we're sitting here. So there is a couple of dry edges. It's no big deal. You can always just add a little paint. That's what I'm going to do right here. I'm just going to add a little paint to the edge, places that maybe got missed. And then I'll probably just do some balloon rolls to incorporate it or whatever. It would be interesting, this little pop of color we're talking about. I'm going to show you some paints that I just, okay, this was a brilliant idea, by the way, for any of you. I was having trouble with having to throw away my paints all the time because I wasn't painting very much. So someone said put them in a Tupperware that's like almost the same size as your cup, which I did. And now, I mean, these paints are like 2 months old or something, And all they need is kind of like a little stir. So the paints I'm using today were these out of here, and it worked like a charm. I don't know if that nickel azo gold is one I want to see in there or not. I don't know. But that green is really pretty. I'm so happy, Christina, that you had me do that because it really needed that. Now all of the little champagne is starting to come through. I'm going to do some little black balloon rolls on here. And I know I thought about my balloon rolls in orange. I don't know. You know, one thing you could do, like, here's an example. If I want to try this nickel azo gold and just to see if it would look good, but I don't want to ruin my whole painting, is to find, now it's pretty thin, this paint is still pretty thin, just find a corner that is small little corner, you know, and maybe one that's not going to be too noticeable, like down here where I added this white paint. And see if you like the color. I do not like that. Gosh, it could be pretty though. It was maybe it would be pretty if I didn't add black to it. Let me look here. Now, because I've been embellishing so much, let's just be brave. I'll just try it in here and see. It is a really pretty little pop of color. Sorry, the bottom left corner here. But I'm just said let's just be brave and let's just try it for real. And then I think a little pop of color, this is really a monochromatic piece, so a little pop of color is actually going to be awesome. A yellow would work too, it would be really pretty. I don't want all the balloon rolls like going the same direction, so I'm actually going to turn this around too. These would be pretty if I decided to embellish into little flowers. I can zoom out, but the problem is then you lose like the details of the canvas, and we're already so far out right now. I'm not going to do a ton on the... Whoops! Maybe that one's pretty. Actually, it ends up being pretty anyway. That's the thing, you guys. If you have a painting that you're just not in love with, just don't be scared to try it, because I think, you know, we get stuck in these ideas that your painting doesn't, you don't just have to pour it and then let go. You can really try whatever you want. I like this. It's very pretty. It has a very happy feel to it, doesn't it? I was in Tammy Anderson's group. You know, some of my favorite artists are doing that second switcheroo. Did you guys see the first switcheroo? I didn't get to watch all of them, but it's a cool little thing, and where all the artists basically use the other person's technique, and then they post a video on it. It's like a big collab. I was laughing. I was like, no one wants to do my balloon rolls. Come on, they're not hard. They're easy. I was teasing. Yeah, Christina's in the new one. Sandra Lett is in the new one. Saskia's in the new one. Christina, maybe you can tell everyone who's in there. I can't remember at the top of my head. I knew I saw some of my favorites. Oh, it's so pretty. It's just so pretty. It's turning out so pretty. I'm so glad that we're using this nickel azo gold. It's one of my very favorite colors. It's by Golden. This is the golden fluid. Clara! I am a little I'm like, no one wants to even try, come on. Alright, so I'm looking at the composition of this. I know I need one over here for sure to kind of bring that corner in. And maybe just a little pop of that color down there. A little pop down here. Remember I said I was going to take the corners that I didn't like and add a little bit of, you know, some balloon rolls to make it work. This one is kind of falling apart. If you see your balloon rolls falling back in on each other, do them again. You just add more color to your balloon. Like in this case, I'm going to make it a little drier by wiping my balloon off and just actually doing it without any colors on there. But I think, you know, when you see that happening, that's usually the reason, is you just don't have your paint, you have too much paint on your balloon roll. Okay, I need a one over here, maybe one more, two more, and then we're almost done, you guys. This has been so fun. Thank you for coming and saying goodbye and joining me again. And if you like what you see, please feel free to donate. Thank you to all of you who did donate. And don't feel like I am not going to be around. I'm still here for you guys. And I am still going to share and paint. Exactly. I'm just going to see you soon. Just maybe not on Friday every single week. And, you know, I had to be dramatic about it. I even got really sad today. For one little moment, I just got really, really, really sad. And I felt bad. And I thought, oh, I'm going to really miss this. And got all teary-eyed and everything. It was just stupid. And I got laughed at. Because it's my choice, but, you know, still. This is so pretty. I love this, just like it is. You know what happens? I'll bring the camera down a little bit. And you know what happens for me when I paint is there's just a point in which I can't do anymore. If I do, it's going to kind of mess it up. And I'm not talking about embellishments or anything, of course. I still do those, but maybe a little pop of that color right here. Again, I'm just losing that color I'm putting on. That means there's a lot of paint right there. Alright, so when your balloon roll starts to get muddy, this is happening down here, just so you can see what's going on. No, Shelly, you're not going to be lost. Aw. Aw. You guys still have access to me. But I just want to show you, see how this is going right here? This is getting really muddy. So when that starts to happen, the fix for that is I could either scrape it off completely, but what I need to do is add some of the original colors back in here. So I'm going to add some of the blues and some of these just real quick. Going to add some of these back in and some of the whites. I have to fix this part, Sharon, though. I have to, because it's very, very muddy right there. So now the first thing I'll do is just do a blank balloon roll. That's just to create the movement of it. And that's actually fine. If I feel like it later, after it sets up a little bit, I could add another little bit of that nickel azo gold down there. But this is a pretty one. It has a lot of fun little details in here. Paula! You're so silly. Look at how pretty. We made this together, guys. We made this together. Thank you so much for being here today. This is a 16 by 20 canvas. 16 by 20. And as always, I can't wait to make more art videos for you guys. I love each and every one of you. I appreciate each and every one of you. Thank you so much. The other one that we made, I want to just real quick bring it over here and show you, just so you have one last look at it, because I won't get a chance to show it to you on a live again, but I'm sure I'll post it on Instagram or Facebook when all is said and done. Wow, it turned out so pretty. I just want to remind you guys what we did earlier with the other dip. Look at that. This was the other one that we did. So pretty. Yeah. All right, everybody. Much love to you. Thank you so much. Have a beautiful day. Bye. Good night, sweet friends. The winner was announced earlier. So you can always go and see the person who won earlier. It was announced. All right, bye everybody.